Hey friends, it's Len here from 1A Auto. Have you experienced having a fuel smell coming from underneath your vehicle? That's something that you want to make sure that you diagnose and fix ASAP. A fuel leak can be a dangerous situation. In this video, we are going to talk to you about one of the most common reasons why you might have a fuel leak on the vehicle. So let's get into it. Fuel vapor can be smelled whether the vehicle is running or not. This is due to the fuel pressure that is located inside of those lines, produced by your fuel pump and sending unit, which is supposed to send the fuel all the way up to your engine to get burnt up in your combustion chamber. If you were to do a fuel pressure test, you might notice that you have fuel pressure, but that pressure eventually fades. You're going to watch the needle drop over time. This is an indication of a possible fuel leak someplace, generally with one of your lines. With that said, let's carefully make our way underneath the vehicle and have a look at the fuel lines. Now, looking underneath this vehicle right here, you can tell that these fuel lines are extremely rotted. Looking close, you can tell that there's actually some rot flakes that are coming off of this. Now, on this truck in particular, I don't necessarily see any fluid leaks coming from the lines that I can see. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you won't have a fuel leak soon. And of course, there is also the possibility that you might have some fuel vapor seeping through those lines. So it's definitely something that you will want to pay attention to. Now, those steel lines were in very poor condition, but I didn't necessarily see a leak. I've got another vehicle in the studio here, so we can have a close look at this one. On these particular steel lines, they don't necessarily look nearly as bad as the others, but there is a physical leak. I can see it coming down from this area right here. The reason why I have a leak in this area is because it's very common in between where the steel line is and the plastic mounting points for moisture to sit inside that area. When moisture sits in that area, it's going to start rotting away the steel. So the majority of those steel fuel lines might look like they're in great condition, but you want to pay special attention to each one of the mounting areas, especially if it's plastic of some sort. Moisture and debris will sit there and it will rot your lines. You have to keep in mind that your fuel lines will lead up and above the top of the fuel tank in most cases. That's where your fuel sending unit will be coming out of the top of the tank and the lines will connect into it. On top of the fuel tank, it's common to have dirt and miscellaneous debris pile up on there because while you're driving down the road, things will blow up in this area and they'll get stuck on top of that fuel tank. When that happens, once again, you're going to have moisture sitting in this area. So the top of your sending unit will have a couple lines that come out of the top there. And then of course you will also have the lines that connect to them. If they're made out of steel, they might rot out on you. Now let's quickly talk about a fix for this. If you had a fuel leak, you want to make sure you fix it ASAP. If you find that one or more of the fuel lines are rotted, it's always a good idea to make sure that you replace them all at the same exact time. There's the possibility that you might find a spot on that fuel line when you're trying to replace it that is rusted or rotted and may potentially leak in the future. And of course, you don't want to be chasing down a fuel smell or even worse, a leak. Just go to 1aauto.com. Order yourself one of our fuel line kits. It comes with all the lines to be replaced at the same time. If your vehicle has an external fuel filter, that should be replaced at the same time as well. And it's more than likely going to come with your kit that you order from us. Like this one right here. Now, I hope you liked the video. I hope you found it interesting. If there was something in this video that you think might help somebody, go ahead and share it with them. If you liked the video or love the video, go ahead and smash on that like button for me. It would mean the world. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. Ring the bell. That way there you, all of your friends, can be kept up with all of our latest content. Thanks.